Fellow countrymen, it has been my privilege to serve India and the cause of India's freedom for many years. Today, I address you for the first time officially as the first servant of the Indian people, pledged to their service and their betterment. I am here because you willed it so, and I remain here so long as you choose to honor me with your confidence. We are a free and sovereign people today, and we have rid ourselves of the burden of the past. We look at the world with clear and friendly eyes, and at the future with faith and confidence. The burden of foreign domination is done with, but freedom brings its own responsibilities and burdens, and they can only be shouldered in the spirit of a free people, self-disciplined and determined to preserve and enlarge that freedom. We have achieved much. We have to achieve much more. Let us then address ourselves to our new tasks with the determination and adherence to high principles which our great leader has taught us. Mahatma Gandhi is fortunately with us to guide and inspire and ever to point out to us the path of high endeavor. He taught us long ago that ideals and objectives can never be divorced from the methods adopted to realize them. That worthy ends can only be achieved through worthy means. If we aim at the big things of life, if we dream of India as a great nation, giving her age-old message of peace and freedom to others, then we have to be big ourselves and worthy children of Mother India. The eyes of the world are upon us, watching this birth of freedom in the East and wondering what it means. Our first and immediate objective must be to put an end to all internal strife and violence which disfigure and degrade us and injure the cause of freedom. They come in the way of consideration of the great economic problems of the masses of the people which so urgently demand attention. Our long subjection and the World War and its aftermath have made us inherit an accumulation of vital problems, and today our people lack food and clothing and other necessaries, and we are caught in a spiral of inflation and rising prices. We cannot solve these problems suddenly, and yet we cannot also delay their solution. So we must plan wisely so that the burdens on the masses may grow less and their standards of living go up. We wish ill to none, but it must be clearly understood that the interests of our long-suffering masses must come first, and every entrenched interest that comes in their way must yield to them. We have to change rapidly our antiquated land tenure system, and we have also to promote industrialization on a large and balanced scale so as to add to the wealth of the country and thus to the national dividend which can be equitably distributed. Production today is the first priority, and every attempt to hamper or lessen production is injuring the nation, and more especially harmful to our laboring masses. But production by itself is not enough, for this may lead to an even greater concentration of wealth in few hands, which comes in the way of progress and which, in the context of today, produces instability and conflict. Therefore, fair and equitable distribution is essential for any solution of the problem. The Government of India have in hand at present several vast schemes for developing river valleys by controlling the flow of rivers, building dams and reservoirs and irrigation works, and developing hydroelectric power. These will lead to greater food production and to the growth of industry and to all-round development. These schemes are thus basic to all planning, and we intend to complete them as rapidly as possible so that the masses may profit. All this requires peaceful conditions and the cooperation of all concerned, and hard and continuous work. Let us then address ourselves to these great and worthy tasks and forget our mutual wrangling and conflicts. There is a time for quarreling, and there is a time for cooperative endeavor. There is a time for work, and there is a time for play. Today, there is no time for quarreling or overmuch play unless we prove false to our country and our people. Today, we must cooperate with each other and work together and work with right goodwill. I should like to address a few words to our services, civil and military. The old distinctions and differences are gone, and today we are all free sons and daughters of India, proud of our country's freedom and joining together in our service of her. Our common allegiance is to India. In the difficult days ahead, our services and our experts have a vital role to fulfill, and we invite them to do so as comrades in the service of India. Jai Hind.